How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Looking Glass Podcast, your source for everything Grand Archive. My name is Travis. I'm here with Dalton and Corey, as per usual, and I think tonight we're just gonna yap. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. There isn't too much to really go over and cover. We've got a couple events that happened this past weekend. We've got some new spoilers to talk about, and I think we will probably talk a little more in depth on, maybe even look at some like really cool Pantheon ideas. So I think that's kind of where we're gonna kind of settle in on. Yeah. So as far as the events go, I think the two biggest ones we had the Michigan Regional.
Yeah, I think that one was February 7th, I think. Hold on, let me pull up the data real quick.
We might have already covered that one.
Yeah.
I know we had I think it was the online one that happened this past week.
Yeah, the online, that one, yeah.
Which I believe Nico actually won that event, which is pretty cool. Corey probably over there giggling happily.
Yeah, it's an interesting list. If I had more time, I would probably try it out. But it was definitely kind of different from the other lists that were out.
Yep.
With the introduction of like snow fairies, gentle respite. It wasn't very ally based. It kind of reminded me of like somewhat of like, I guess how like the old Nico lists were a bit, but still played the what do you call it? A make duality combo.
Yep.
And and it played like a random what's that guardian sword, the 0 cost
Inert sword?
Bulwark sword?
Bulwark?
Yeah, bulwark sword.
Okay.
Yeah, play bulwark sword.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of Turbo Dragon at that event, which I don't even want to sit here and talk about because that deck is boring.
Funny enough, I don't think many of them made it to top 8. I think only one made it to top 8. I think it's... Oh, yeah, that was the one Sly got 8th at.
Yeah. Congrats to our... Congrats to Sly, who is our sponsor for TCG Architect, which I guess we'll bring that up now. This podcast is sponsored by TCG Architect. And as far as news goes for TCG Architect, we have, I believe they're going to be introducing blogs on the site. I know Dalton wrote our first one today. So that, I don't know.
The blog stuff and whatnot is already introduced. Our first article is already on there.
Okay.
And it's already posted. So anyone that's viewing can go and read that at any point in time on TCG Architect.
There you go. And I'm pretty sure it's Patreon, or not Patreon, I don't know why I keep doing that. It's Pantheon based, not Patreon based. I'm pretty sure it's about Pantheon, because Dalton has like 1,000,000,001 different ideas when it comes to Pantheon. So
yeah.
But yeah, go over to TCG Architect and check out our first blog post written by yours truly, Dalton.
Yeah. I will say there is going to be a total of at least 19 more for Pantheon. And that's due to the fact of that I'm going and breaking down my 100 list for staple cards or cards I believe that are relevant that people aren't looking at for Pantheon specifically. And it's just a good way to go and keep everyone coming back every so often for just another read to find out what the next 5 cards are. Probably twice a month is what we'll do.
I think that's what,
or even more actually.
I think it was twice a month we signed on for. So you guys will get not only 2 videos from us a week, but a minimum of 2 blog posts a month on TCG Architect on things we might not cover or talk about on the page here. or on the podcast or any of that stuff. So, once again, go check that out. So that being said, I don't think there was much more to talk about in terms of the regional. I don't think it was any aside from like congrats to Sly Fox for getting top 8 there with Fire CL.
Yeah, there was some stuff, I think.
Win restand combo allies, so basically RNG that came in 6th place. Give me 1 second, guys.
Sly was actually supposed to be on the show with us, but I guess he has I guess congratulations to him again. I guess he's preparing to get married here in October, I think he said. So I guess they have like wedding stuff with bridal party going on. So he was not able to join us for tonight's podcast, but yeah, the show must go on.
There it is. Online. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a Toneris ally deck that got 3rd. Level 1 Tony Fire Allies.
Oh yeah, I did see that. So yeah, like a good old, and it wasn't just Fire Allies; it was cardistry.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Fire. That was the other interesting one. The Fire cardistry Tenoris deck. So that was pretty cool to see make it up there and everything. So yeah, cardistry still got it, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, like we've been seeing a lot of cardistry lately. It had 100% win rate. I think it just had a draw at the end there.
Yeah. Online regionals are weird because like it's so much different than playing somebody like in actuality.
Yeah, like looking at this Nico list, it was very defense oriented. Like it had the staples: Cerulean Decree, Fractal Arraign, Diffusive Block, Frostworn. Only thing, Tweedledee seems to be making kind of a strong and like a strong standing in water allies.
Yeah, both of them are actually doing things which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It plays they played Sea Sprite Diver in the side deck. Which is okay, I guess. Like I'm not banish a card from the graveyard. Like I guess it is like an ally. So it's not the worst thing.
I mean, it does help to ban.
Yeah. I just didn't have time to pick any up, so like they're probably not expensive at all. And they also played Frozen Dismissal.
Oh yeah, Frozen Dismissal has always been decent because it helps to
control allies.
Well, like it's really good against like early allies, so like it helps to control specific points. Think about that. If you want to do a dungeon guide, you have to pay 4 more.
Yeah, no, I know. Justin's done it to me.
It's really good. But anyway, aside from that, we got a couple new doing this shit, aren't I? Patreon. Pantheon cards. We got a couple new Pantheon cards that were spoiled this week. And Dalton, do you have those pulled up?
I do not. Could one of you two go and take care of that because I'm typing up. We just had a burglar alarm at one of the facilities. I'm typing that up right now.
Oh, my bad, man. We actually have.
No problem.
We actually have a couple spoilers to talk about because it's more than just
Yeah,
we got Alice level 3. I guess we could talk about that. um Dalton's
Okay.
duck deal. Um, or you want to break down Alice level 3 for us?
Yeah. It's it's a cleric, chessman, queen human, of course. Norm, exalted. So I can see it, but I don't know, like the norm aspect. I feel like there has to be something more there. But this card costs one less to materialize for each chessman ally you control. So if you have 3 on the board, she's free. So that's just really good. And then at the beginning of your recollection phase, summon a pawn piece token. Then if you control 3 or more chessmen allies, draw a card into your memory. So basically, if you can keep a board presence, you get your like a card drawn into memory and then a free card on draw. So like you're plussing a lot there.
Yeah, she's got a real nice draw engine going for, and it's real easy to make pawn pieces, especially in the water. Because you literally have double pawns that brings out 2, and then she brings out 1 immediately. And if you time it correctly, and she's probably not going to be attacking anyway, you can time it kind of like you do when you go to materialize like Merlin and stuff like that, and you can tap Alice level 2 to summon a pawn. So you can go materialize in response to materialization. If you have no pawns, tap Alice, create a pawn, then materialize, create another pawn. And then, you know, there's many different ways to get a third pawn out onto the board if you don't already have like another chess piece out. So, you know, it's real easy to get that +1 on a constant basis. So, I really like this card, and now we kind of have a answer as to like why we got a was it golden checkmate.
Yeah.
So
I think, yeah.
because I was wondering how they were going to make that work, because so technically this is not a new champion. This is a champion that already exists, so they are maintaining that there's no new champions.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if we're gonna be getting like maybe like a pole hawk level 3, maybe an owl level 3. Like I know people are kind of coping on that, but like there is a possibility. So like
Possibly.
I'm like maybe a Nico level 3. Like do they need it? Maybe not, but like it'll be nice to have. Like,
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't spread it too thin.
Because I do feel like if they want to keep people doing level 3s, they need to be making level 3s, like, I guess, appealing, so to speak. Because, like, even though, like, the level 1 decks that people play, most of them, like Lorraine, for example, like, Lorraine's level 3 is good. Both of them are pretty decent, in my opinion.
Yeah, they both have their own. Yeah. They both have their own things. On the lines of spoilers, we also got one of the angels spoiled. I think it was Umbra and Luxem.
Yeah, so, it's okay. Yeah.
So according to lore, there are 4 angels that reside, you know, at the Grand Archive, like, and it looks like each of them is going to have 2 elements.
Yeah.
Because there's 8 elements.
Yeah.
Well, 8 advanced elements, I should say. There's 8 advanced elements, and it seems like each one is going to have 2. So, I'm interested to see what else there is, because this one didn't really. Do you want to read off what it does, Corey?
Yeah, Luxem and Umbra imbue. She's a 3-cost norm, unique warrior angel, unique ally, obviously. Luxem and Umbra imbue 3. On enter, if Hanel is imbued, put a debuff counter on a target ally you don't control, and put a buff counter on Hanel and recover 1. And it's a 2 attack, and it's a 2/2.
Yeah, so
So,
it's not exactly this ridiculously busted card.
that they were kind of preaching. They were like, these are going to help level 3 decks.
Well, this is only one. It also
I know. Well, I'm saying, like, so far, they're not batting well.
No.
Like this is not worth a spot.
No, when I hear help level 3 decks, I think like it's gonna help us get to level
Speed
3 better or more consistently, faster even, so that we can compete with some of these lower to the ground strategies, or make up for the fact that we have to devote like a quarter of the deck to advanced element cards.
Because it's like on enter. So like it would be better if it was like at the beginning of your recollection phase, you know, like imbue 3 or whatever. Or something like that. Like, you know, like, and then to re-trigger the so like the ally will like, you can like either like help whittle down an ally on your opponent's side and then buff her up to keep her tall. And then, you know, you can, like, recover 1. Like, it's not... Recovering 1 isn't a whole lot, but it can help in certain scenarios.
Yeah, it's...
I don't think Luxem needs that.
Isn't she... What's... Did they show her rarity, or did they just show the CSR version?
She's a UR.
Ew, that's a UR effect?
Yep.
Ugh.
Classic card games.
Yuck.
And it's a UR ally.
Yeah, glad that's not one that I'm probably gonna need to get multiple copies of, but,
Yeah, that's... God, imagine... That's gonna piss me off, but... Did they see how many URs that we're getting out of a box?
Well, you gotta remember, so each RDO box is like 2 boxes, so supposedly 2, maybe more,
I'm gonna be mad as hell if I pull this. I'm gonna go... I think most of these are URs. I think, is blue a diamond? No, that's an SR.
I do want to see, like, so yeah, we got another. So apparently they're going to be doing diamonds and probably clubs. I'm gonna guess that clubs is going to be wind element, probably. But we don't really know much else because this apparently generates a card that we don't even know what it does yet. So can't really lean in and say how good it is.
But it's starting off strong though with that float. That's a 1-drop float ally.
Yeah. Yeah, so I want to see more of what Diamonds has to
My theory... Sorry, you can go.
No, I was just saying I want to see more of what Diamonds has to bring to the table.
Yeah, I'm interested. Like, I'm like Bolt kind of like... If I'm going to make a theory here, I'm thinking Bolt might be like pay X.
Bolts is like a castable spell. Like that's like Cosmic Bolt.
I think it's gonna do like either 1 or 2 damage. Maybe per unique suited ally on the field or whatever. Maybe.
Possibly.
Kind of like a fracking missile, maybe.
That's very possible.
Yeah, that's just a theory I have, you know.
Well, Bolt does imply because you got Leeching Bolt and Cosmic Bolt, and I think there's some other kind of Bolt.
Yeah.
But no, that's definitely a theory to go on.
I mean, almost all the bolts currently that are in game, they always deal some sort of damage or do something extra that insinuates damage of some sort.
Yep. I guess we'll have to see what happens with that. But on that note, the summit is this weekend, so we should be getting a lot more things spoiled.
Hopefully.
Or at least more Pantheon information. That would be nice.
Ruling information, please. God, please give me rulings.
Yeah, we definitely need to get some things clarified. So, unfortunately, it's happening on Saturday.
No, it's Sunday.
Is it Sunday? Oh, okay. Well,
it should be the 22nd, which is Sunday, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I don't even know if I'm going to go to locals on Sunday, to be honest. Like, it depends on how Saturday goes.
Yeah. I have D&D that day, but even if I wouldn't, the week after is Spanish Zone, and
Yep.
I'm doing all of my things I would normally do on Saturday on to Sunday, so I can't do locals,
No,
unfortunately.
I don't know if
figured
I
you
would go.
yeah.
I don't know if I'd be going just because like I'm probably gonna be exhausted.
Yeah.
So.
And also the summit meeting, if I remember correctly, starts at 9 p.m. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, we'll definitely be around for that at least. That's good.
Both jobs that day. Yay.
Woohoo.
In other news, the Ascent Las Vegas tickets went up for sale.
I think they sold out.
Pretty sure they sold out, yeah.
According to some of the locals gang, VIP sold out in less than 2 minutes.
Yep, that's about average.
Yeah, they even increased
I think it was like 93 seconds, I think is what it was officially.
That's fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm not surprised. I know it heated a lot of people.
I mean, it's VIP. Like, you do get the most bang for your buck by securing VIP, as well as access to the private lounge for VIP, which has like
private lounge even that worth it?
So you can go in there. They have like drinks and things to eat and everything. So you have access to food or free food and drink essentially all day.
You know that it's not bad. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it makes a difference when you only have so much time between rounds and you need to go and eat something or get something.
Yeah.
I also think they only have like 50 of those tickets available at every event. I don't think they do more than 50.
Well, no, because like they can only do so much. There's only so much room. But also as far as bang for your buck goes, you get a playset each of the non-foil and foil versions of the promo.
That promo didn't seem too good. Like, what? I guess card art it would sell, but like it's no fractal rain or what was
yeah,
was last
no, I agree. But that's the other reason, because you get that, you get the deck box, and I think there's a playmat too.
Yeah, there's a playmat.
But you only get that for VIP. So,
well, no, the champion and above you get the deck box, and then the mat.
The mat is VIP only.
I thought the mat was no, I thought the mat you get enough tickets to get mat at the merch.
Those are different.
They're different mats.
So you know the promo art on the promo, they have a play mat for that. Yeah.
Oh, so that mat, okay. Because, like, I saw, like, regular ticket, like, you get enough currency to buy a mat from a merch table.
Those are different. Those are, like, the champion mats, and then sometimes they have, like, the exclusive ones, like the Looking Glass art or other things like that. Mats. Yeah. Okay, but the artwork on the promo is usually, I believe it's given out with the VIP, and I know at the higher level events, they're, like, gold stamped. And I know they're also pushing those new mats like that were in the lunar boxes, because that was the first release of the Dreamweave play mats. They have the nice little tag on them, and apparently they feel really nice. I don't know if they would start doing that for like VIP tickets, because that's like a premium playmat. So I can see that being a thing possibly. We'll have to wait and see. But I know that that's something they're probably going to start pushing in their premium stuff. But I think Las Vegas is Nats too, so I can understand why it's sold out so quickly, because it's going to be one of the first big events that they probably have like Pantheon stuff at, and that alone is probably drawing a lot of attention, because it's like I told you before, if you don't compete in Nats, you go to Nats for the side event.
Yeah.
So But yeah, that's the whole like big thing there. So we'll make it to an ascent one of these days, boys.
Yeah.
So they just need to bring more East Coast.
Yeah. I am thinking of maybe doing Dallas, like if the cards are in the cards align.
When's Dallas?
I think somewhere in December. I think.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
so that's like
December something.
all right. That's all the way at the end of the year then, and that's well into next season then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they've already announced some for next season already then.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I want to see if we're going to get any for like up here in the northern hemisphere of the eastern United States. Because if we do, that would be more worth it than going all the way down to Dallas.
yeah.
Yeah, if like an East Coast one comes up, yeah, I'll probably do that. But for right now, and I'm not even guaranteed to be going. It really depends on like
Mhm.
where I'm at that point.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's definitely not a trip you want to make on your own because like it's an expensive trip. Like
Yeah.
it's because you're paying for whatever ticket price you had to pay. If you're going by yourself, you're gonna have to fly. So like there's not even like an option of like, oh, we'll just drive down. It's and then you got like
going. Yeah, that's why like there's that Discord that we.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking of doing that.
well,
yeah.
even so, because like I went with groups of that, and like it was still expensive. Like it was still
Oh,
an
I know.
expensive weekend.
I know. Trust me, I've done cons and like conventions. And
Now this was
whatnot.
Boston, not Dallas. I feel like Dallas
I've
isn't.
been to Vegas before. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
how
I feel like Dallas isn't on the same bougie level as Boston is. But that's just me.
Well, they're located in Dallas, right?
They're located somewhere in Texas.
Yeah, so that's probably like their baby.
So, yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes on stuff. If one or more of us plans on going, like I can see all three of us trying to plan something, and by then, I was telling Dalton before the show, we're just gonna kind of sit on the revenue from sponsorship and just like see where we end up around the time that we would want to go to an ascent and how much that would knock off of the trip.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it's kind of like the best thing to put it towards that would help all three of us. So, but that's December, so I don't think we'll even see tickets go live like usually a month or two beforehand, I think.
Well, Las Vegas is in March, I think, middle of March, I think.
Yeah, so it's
Middle
about
of March,
it's about a month ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a lot of time to set aside, save up, and figure that out. But I agree with you, Dalton. If there's not much going on in terms of like East Coast events and everything, that might be the one that we have to look at.
Yeah. Maybe a 20-hour drive.
I mean, that's not awful.
I mean, we would basically be looking at leave Wednesday, I could do 10 hours in one day, and then I would need like an 8-hour rest. So
Yep.
I could do 10 hours one day, 10 hours the next day. We would get there probably late Thursday night, Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll have to check. We'd have to check all of our options. I don't know if there's a train that connects and goes down there, or who knows. But we don't gotta make all those plans right here on the podcast.
yeah, you're not. Yeah.
We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out then. But plans we can make here on the podcast are, I know we really want to lean into Pantheon content, especially for our brawl nights. So we're going to be looking into getting some better equipment for like Dalton and I were literally just looking at stuff before the show tonight, about like a good top-down camera and just trying to configure a better setup so that we can have some really cool like Pantheon stuff for you guys, because I think that'll be a nice breakaway from from the norm. So, because I know I for one, especially like if a meta kind of sucks like this one does, like I'm just gonna play Pantheon.
That's fair.
So I will literally like I'll play Pantheon. I'll goof around with some like standard play decks for as far as content goes, and just have fun playing Pantheon, basically.
I mean, depending upon what the next ban list is, the whole meta might shift completely.
I mean,
the format might completely change.
It's true. People are really abusing Looking Glass.
Yeah, but I still feel there's probably other things that need to be put on the chopping block first. But
I don't know. I think Unmake Duality would be one of the first things to go, because it really does give a huge boost in momentum at the beginning of the game. Like it is kind of wild, because like you don't even have to waste a materialization, because glass art automatically starts on the board, and just being able to be like, okay, cool, I'm just going to break it and draw 2 cards. You're already getting a better GCR out of that, and you don't even have to waste a materialization on it.
all I know is that like a lot of, I feel like I think people are just getting like the same stuff. I like we saw it at like locals on Sunday. Like people are just burned out. Fern,
Yep.
That man he's like, I can't wait to be off a series.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's just like I know. Yeah, it's I feel like RDO probably has to really actually change something, or I do feel like some people may start packing it up.
So I'm going to be honest with you guys in regards to this format and whatnot. I mean, we're seeing a lot of people play the extra 2 copies of Unmake Duality, because in fractals and even in water decks overall, they're able to go and gain 3 rocks and also go up to 7 influence in total. So it's basically as if they didn't do anything, and like you have so much advantage with it, and that's the whole reason why Unmake Duality is a big issue. And people are playing that to go and offset the loss of advantage through fractals, which is sort of nutty in a way.
Yep.
So I have a feeling when it comes down to the next ban list, I definitely think Unmake Duality is at least going to go up a tier to tier 2.
I will say this: watching Corbin play fractals, because I watched him do that, and like his influence, especially whenever he hit duality, it was absolutely insane. Like,
yeah, it's and like so like I saw a comment come through about you waste 3 slots on it. You don't care if you waste 3 slots, because as far as that goes, you see people were doing this with turbocharge and backup charger, and you have to waste a materialization on backup charger to do that. So that being said, that people were upping the amount of turbocharges they were playing just to see it. This is even worse, because you start off with the cards you need to get rid of on the board, and then the other 2 copies that you don't get to use for it, you don't care about. They're just fodder to materialize with. Yeah. So, like, who cares if you have to waste 3 slots on it? You waste 3 slots so you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, but like in case of like the fractals and everything, you gain more advantage because you now have 3 rocks that you use to tap for 3 of anything.
Yeah, the momentum that you get from it is just like it outweighs the fact that you have to waste 3 slots on it.
Yeah.
Because
even a Nico, like if you hit it, like if you see it, hell yeah. If you don't,
Yeah,
It is what it is.
because regardless, at the end of the day, you're gonna waste a slot to play even one copy of it, just like you waste a slot to play a copy of Turbocharge, even though you might not get to backup charger that game. It's a similar argument, but no, it's definitely Turbocharge is fair because you have to materialize backup charger. You have to have enough to pay for backup charger to get the power cell that you need to turbocharge. Like, that takes multiple turns to set up. But this one, you start off with Looking Glass on the board, and if you open up a copy of Unmake Duality, it's a pretty easy turn one play.
It's go time, baby.
Yeah. So, and if you think about it like this, no matter which way you slice it, it's a +1. Just like GCR is a +1. But even more importantly, you're not just seeing one card deeper in your deck, you're seeing 2 cards deeper in your deck. You're plussing 1, but you're getting 2 cards.
Yeah.
So you're replacing Unmake with a card, and you're getting a +1 as a card. So you're digging 2 cards deeper, and that makes all the difference. That's the difference of being able to play an additional fractal or find that extra component that you needed to get that perfect setup. That's my opinion on it. What do you guys think?
I think it's a little unfair, but like, I think it's okay. Like, I'm indifferent because like in fractals it's nutty, and in Nico it's a good option. I feel like sometimes you need that extra draw. Like, I feel like it should be on the watch list, but I don't think it should be banned. But like, maybe I'll change my mind after going to regionals. But like, it seems to be doing work. Like, I know people normally like net deck and like copy what everyone else is doing, but like it is a decent tech choice, especially if you have like 3 slots that you're not really using. Why not use it for extra draw, you know?
Yeah, basically.
Like could GCR be better? Probably, maybe. But like even with Looking Glass, you can still side deck Palver Sword and stuff like that if you really need to.
Oh, speaking of Palver Sword, I got a spicy. I didn't get to show Dalton this spicy tech with the Merlin list and everything, but I was in Discord earlier, and someone else who's messing around with Assassin Merlin stuff, like he pulled it off as well. So there's a card called something Tassellation. I have my deck right here. It is, oh my god, Soul Trace Tassellation. It is a prep 1 card, and it says put three sheen counters on a target unit, and then if it was prepped, for every 3 cards that you have banished, you put an additional sheen counter on them. So what you do is you play you make Palver's Sword, you banish your entire graveyard. So you choose yourself, you banish your entire graveyard, and if you have like a decently enough sized graveyard, you've already been banishing stuff like throughout the game as it is. For every 3 cards that are in your banishment, you put an additional sheen counter on them. So like, I literally watched this dude put like 10 sheen counters on somebody. And and then he used the fire, it's like a fireball in here, just to get correct card names here. Let me find it. It is
Are you talking about infinite skepticism or whatever?
Yeah, infinite. Oh my god, these were infinite scintillation, and
Yeah.
so you use that. You just deal 11 damage to them, move all the counters to your mastery, and then just go off from there.
Yeah.
It is so nutty. It is such a nutty play.
Yeah. But no, in regards to Unmake Duality, I definitely feel it needs to go to Cat 2. I think Reliquary, because we're seeing a very unhealthy amount of Turbo Dragon. I'm not saying they're winning a ton. I'm not saying they're losing a ton, but it's definitely an unhealthy amount. So I think there is something that needs to be done in regards to Boja.
Yeah, when I was playing Fern at locals, he's playing Turbo Dragon. I was like, "What does that do?" And he's like, "It does this." And he's like, "This card needs to be banned." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, this card is absolutely insane."
Yeah, Reliquary definitely needs to go and get hit, or something needs to be done to it. Making it a 2 cost Regalia would also be able to fix 9 out of 10 issues, because it's the point of that it's only 1 to materialize, so it doesn't
It's
cost a
0.
ton. And
It's 0 in Tamer.
It is okay. So in Tamer it's 0. So even increasing the cost by 1 would make it so that way it's not able to be as usable to make it as lethal on their kill turn, or what would be their kill turn, to allow you to just sit there and stay alive for even an extra turn or 2.
Honestly, I would argue that Displace needs to actually be on the list right now, because that's what's turning on all these Turbo Diana, Turbo Dragon strategies is Displace.
Mm-hmm.
Displace is what is making all those things possible, because they go, oh, Dungeon Guide, oh, Displace Dungeon Guide, go up into my level 3, you're still at level 1. And then and then you go into Reliquary, and as far as that goes, and you just benefit. Like, there's no punishment for you burning your entire influence away, because you just get it all back.
Yeah, I mean, now there is catches to it. Like, if you can go and sit there and choke point them at certain points, like when they go to displace the DG and whatnot, if you can get rid of that Dungeon Guide, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be fine, because it forces them to waste material to do anything. But there's a lot of people that don't know the specific choke points to go and hit units at. And it's the same way with Diana too. If you hit them at a certain point, it's going to make it so that way they can't pull that game right out of their butt, basically.
Yeah, it's just in my opinion, it's just a boring meta to be in right now, because like it's all the same stuff, doing the same things they've always done, and nothing has really changed that much. Like, you know, you've got Turbo Dragon and you've got Turbo Diana coming in with like Shadow's Twin and doing all that stuff. And yes, I understand there are points where these decks can be interacted with and shut off these strategies, but you have to draw it too. Like, it feels really bad when you and most of the time that's the case, is like you sit there and you look at your hand and you're like, well, I guess I'm eating a Shadow's Twin, or I guess I'm just dying to a dragon this game. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day, is like, yes, you can play out of these things, but you also have to have the cards to play out of these things. And no amount of skill is going to change the luck factor.
Yeah, I mean, that luck factor can go and affect a lot of things. And like, I'm not going to say like a ton of decks have a ton of outs to these things. And it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, we theory crafted, tested, etc. And there's just not a ton that you can do in regards to these decks, because there's not a ton of interaction that's just generic, that's great to play without having too massive of a downside where it puts a linchpin in your own strategy to attempt to win the game. Now, the only counter to that is Fire Diana, where Fire Diana does have a lot of options available, but you don't want the game to last that long to where it comes up and it becomes available to that point.
No, you want to close the game out fast if you're on Fire Aetherwing.
Yeah.
And just to address chat real quick, we have been cooking ideas and everything. It's just very hard to cook a lot of different things right now when it just seems like you prepare for one thing and then like three other things are there to counter it. It's it I'm not disagreeing when people say that it is an open meta, because it really is. Like, there's a lot of different things, but my big issue is it's a lot of the same things. Like, PTM didn't really shake up anything. You know, we got a whole new recollection deck, we got a whole bunch of new strategies in PTM, and none of them are being utilized in any way. Like, that's the big controversy for me right now.
I personally really, going down the Gaming Giant this weekend, I want to see a Jin deck play down there. Because I like Jin. I like the way that plays. I will not waste the money on the deck because I do not want to spend that kind of money on this game in regards to that. But it is definitely a cool deck. I do think it has a great ceiling and could possibly beat the better decks of the format. But I mean, that's just me personally.
No, all right. Addressing chat again. I agree that, like, signs of a healthy meta and everything. Like, I'm not saying at all that the meta is unhealthy. I'm saying some of these strategies are just so, like, damning if you get paired up against them, that it comes down to, and like, nobody wants to be put in a situation where, like, you're up against a deck that has a high ratio of being able to just turbo or high roll into their strat, and you're just sitting there and did not have any kind of luck whatsoever to open, you know, one of the few answers that you have to deal with it. I can't count how many times that I've been killed by a turbo dragon on turn 2 or 3. I can't count now how many times I've had somebody go straight up to Diana level 3 and drop a bunch of curses and trank shots on me, and not have the response to get out of it. With fractals, like, you know, I feel like they always have the negates that they need when they need them, and then you just don't have an out to when they go to burst asunder you or something. It's
I mean,
more, yeah.
not only all that, but like in the fractal matchups, in regards to that specifically, they're playing the glass variant and whatnot, and they see that unmake duality and 2 or 3 fractals. They basically essentially have 10 influence right away.
Yeah.
And like that's a huge amount of influence to attempt to deal with in regards to the start of the game, because basically they're going to be set up for the entirety of the game and not have to worry about anything, and it's going to be an uphill battle like the whole time for you as a player, as an individual, and you're going to have to try and figure out a way to go and get around that. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's no matter what it is and no matter how you look at it. I mean, this is PTM and what PTM did to us, in all honesty. But it's not even what PTM did to us. It's more of what people want to do because there's nothing that's testing out properly, or they don't have the time to test, and they're going back to Old Faithful, or so on and so forth.
Yeah, and this draws back into what we've always discussed about on the show here, and that's going back to these earlier sets and taking a look at some of these cards that were made before where the game has become what it is now. Cards like, you know, like you look at Kingslayer and you look at like some of the older cards like not suffocating fumes. Is it suffocating fumes? One the win one that for assassin that bounces all allies back.
Yeah, it's suffocating fumes.
Yeah, it's stuff like that like, and that has these weird interactions with the way that they're trying to take the game right now, and
Mhm.
they need to really go back and revisit some of these and fix those problems, because like a card like Merlin Kingslayer existing is holding back future mage support because Empower just isn't cutting it.
Yeah, no, Empower is just it's not good. It's so bad. My boy Rhyhorn over there in the corner.
Oh, ensnaring fumes. That's what.
Yeah, that's it. Ensnaring fumes. Thank you. But no, they need to revisit some of these older cards and everything and deal with them in some way, or maybe some of those cards just need to go. Like if it means that you can clean the slate and properly work on a strategy, because like I look at when Kong Ming first came out and the deck didn't do anything, and it was just like it was immediately deemed garbage because Empower was such an awful mechanic, and Merlin was just able to take all of Kong Ming's good things, play level 1 Kong Ming to go up into Merlin, and you know, you shift the winds to the direction that you want to get the benefits that you need. Because it wasn't locked to Kong Ming specifically, it was locked to Mage and the winds being a certain direction. But that's what I'm saying, is they need to go back and look at some of this other stuff. And, you know, some of this more recent stuff too, like, you know, HVN realistically wasn't that long ago. And that's where the Shenjus came out of and everything. And not only are there not a lot of ways to interact with the Shenjus themselves, but they're pretty sticky once they're on the board. Like I think the only one that isn't sticky is Byakko, my poor tiger friend, who literally got like shit on right from the get-go because he's the only Fate Stone that doesn't self-generate itself. You have to actually play cards outside of the Fate Stone in order to ramp it. But
it's wild that they designed it like that.
Well, yeah, well that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, he's the only one that you have to actually work to get out there, whereas the other ones have built-in effects in their own card text to ramp their own counters. So,
yeah, I definitely feel they messed Yaku way too much. I mean, they could have sat there and done. I mean, even if they changed his effect instead of being once in total while it's on board to you can do this once per turn, it would be a lot better.
so just to answer this question or this comment in chat, if Merlin's supposed to be the villain of the game, then why the hell did they make Assassin Merlin suck so badly? Like, by comparison to the other one. Like, if you're trying to make Merlin out to be like this villain and you're making a new version of her, why the downgrade? And
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's not that I feel like Merlin, like the new Merlin is awful and unplayable, because, you know, clearly I made a deep dive on it and I'm enjoying playing the Water Merlin deck. But like, by comparison to Kingslayer, card's trash.
Like, well, I mean, you also gotta keep in mind, like, Kingslayer also is dual class as well, and that opens up so much for them all in all. So like, a dual class advanced element champion is just absolutely nutty to have access to. Like, if it would have been not to mention it
has access to mage.
It would have been a lot better.
It has access to mage, and it gets a constant level boost every single turn, permanent level boost. It's not even for the turn.
Yeah,
it's a permanent level boost, and that alone. And then you get to draw a card every other turn. You get to draw a card and you get 2 extra attack power every other turn. Like, it is a far cry from what Assassin Merlin gets. Like, for Assassin Merlin to even have an inkling of the power that Kingslayer has, you have to be in water element, you have to have a bunch of Sheen counters and Labyrinth on the board before you actually get to see any inkling of what Kingslayer can do.
Yep.
And if you're supposed to be the big baddie of the game and everything, and that's what it takes to get you to that point, that's I don't think you're the big bad anymore.
I mean, I do think that the whole reason why Merlin was changed to where she is now, I mean, as someone in chat said about they were learning card design on the go. Yes, sure, I understand that and whatnot, but if they were learning card design on the go, they also should understand when a card is too toxic or too much of a problem to be in a format. Kingslayer, if they print something good for Mage that's generic in the next set in RDO, Kingslayer will come right back because it can abuse it all over again. If they print something crazy good for Warrior, it will come right back because it can go and abuse it over and over and over again. It doesn't matter what they do, they can abuse anything in dual classes, which is the absolute most nuttiest thing I ever heard of. Because you don't have to worry about specifically playing only mage or only warrior. You get to mix and hybrid it so that way then you can go and abuse both sides of them. And
I mean,
it opens up so much for you as an individual player with that dual classing.
yeah, it's and the fact that like you can utilize almost any level 1, and especially level 1s that create a mastery that isn't really locked to like a specific character or something. Like we have people at locals that are succeeding with Kingslayer right now who are running the Dark Alice level 1 to get Phantasmagoria so that they can use the mantle to get Ryle the Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
to me, that like when you're able to just kind of toolbox anything like that into like what your deck already does, it's the same thing. Like if you play Kongming level 1, you get access to the mastery, and then you set the winds to whatever direction you need them to. Like if you leave them north, you get access to mantra, which heals you for a crap ton at that point. It might not be as good today because of the way the game state is, but when that first came out, like it's crazy. Or you just, if you're playing Water Merlin, you shift it west, and then you get to use the bubble that draws you a card to memory and prevents damage, and it's a lingering shield at that. Prevents damage equal to your level +1. So, like, think about that. Later in the game, you're at like level 7 or 8 on Merlin because, you know, she has permanent levels. Like, you play that, like, you're preventing just 8 damage that would be coming your way.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, and I'll admit, I might be a little bit biased and have some hatred towards Kingslayer because I have PTSD because, you know, our locals is probably one of the tougher locals out there. We have like half the main deck team there, and they all like use us as punching bags. So
Yeah. They're cool guys though, but damn, I learned the hard way how good Fractals is at a high skill ceiling. And
yeah.
Turbo Dragon, god damn.
I can't stress that enough. Like you know, like the nice people, absolutely. Like, you know, I will never say anything, you know, otherwise as far as that goes. But like when it comes down to like game, like when you're in the nitty gritty of the game, basically, like they're gonna sit there and they're going to use you as a punching bag.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to take out all their anger and frustration on you. It doesn't matter what you do.
I did learn a lot about the matchups though. Like Fern and Corbin really helped me learn like Fractals and Turbo Dragon, because I asked them after the match. I'm like, hey, what side deck cards will help me out here, like and so on and so forth. Like what to fracturize, what not to, stuff like that. Because the first thing I did against Fern was like, fracturize the Lost Providence, and and you know Fern had that look that Fern gets when he's like thinking. But I kind of saw his eyebrow raise, and I'm like, oh, I made the wrong decision. Like instantly afterwards, Reliquary came out, and I'm like, what does that do? And I look and I'm like, oh, good God! It's just like I made the horrible decision.
Yep. And all right,
yeah.
addressing chat again. Like I agree. There isn't an actual card game that exists that is so balanced that it's, you know, that something isn't overtuned or undertuned or whatever. I'm just simply addressing certain things in hopes that, because like I know Silidar and them, they poke around these podcasts and videos and everything, and I'm hoping that, you know, if enough people say something or they hear something and they're like, oh, you know what, that makes perfect sense, maybe it will actually change something.
I mean, I doubt it, but I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't be so sure, man. Like I was literally like hanging out in the Lineage Break podcast the other day, and he just popped in and was like, hey, you want a spoiler?
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I feel the format is open. I will admit that, but I am tired of constantly seeing the same stuff over and over again because it doesn't give us any data or anything to go and cover. And I understand that's not the player base's issue and whatnot, but it doesn't give us anything as in like anyone's trying anything new. It doesn't give us like, okay, well, we're on the same page. Why don't I reach out to this individual if I know them and be like, hey, let's try and figure this out so that way we can go and you or I can take this to an event and be like, okay, here we go, we're going to do this. And it opens up the floor for a lot more communication if people are open to trying a lot more different things instead of just sticking with the old faithful, basically.
Yeah, and just to address chat again, like we are in no way putting down the game. Like that's not what we're trying to do. And if it comes off that way, we apologize because I speak for myself, and I'm sure I can speak for these two as well. We absolutely love this game. Like it's so much fun. Dalton literally dropped every other card game that he was playing to play this. So like, and I got into this game back in DOA Alter, and I've loved this game ever since. Like this is my last card game I'm gonna be playing because, you know, I'm gonna be 40 in 2 years. But so this is kind of like my swan song card game. I'm ride or die on this bitch. So but no, like I love this game. I love the community, and Weebs of the Shore definitely shows that they care about their community, and I cannot give them any more praise, you know, than I already do, because like they're doing a good job. I just feel like there are some aspects of the game that need to be addressed, to be looked at, and to be fixed. And I'm really hoping that RDO kind of does fix some of these things. Mm-hmm. And that's where I stand on things. And I know Corey has something to say here because I've been cutting him off because he's been trying to get a word in. So go ahead, Corey.
I was saying, to answer Quakeham's, yeah, the game definitely needs a simulator, 100%. The only thing I just came back to the game, and like I don't play as much as you guys do, so I'm indifferent to like the meta. Like I literally faced Siriu for the first time on Sunday. Like I've always heard the horror stories. I've never actually played it. I never played against Fractals. I got horribly beaten by both, but I did learn a lot. The one gripe I do have is just like, as someone who likes to collect merch and whatnot, I'm not gonna get into like my rant again, but I do think they need to handle merch a little bit better. Like I'm gonna stand by what I said. They handled the lunar boxes terribly, especially when you have certain people putting up like 12 boxes of just merch. That's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. But and then just flipping it for more. So I hope they learn from the lunar boxes. I'm also like kind of sad that like the promo art for certain cards doesn't get reused, and then when I want to find, oh, this promo art looks really cool. How much is it? $600.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like some people are being a little bit greedy with the prices of promos and stuff. I feel like they're using it to just to make money instead of just doing it like for the love of the card game. Like not weebs themselves for that, but like players, because like I'm looking at certain things trying to like, oh well, what promo art there? Like I saw a CSR Nico going for $2,000 just like an hour
I was about
ago.
to say Corey's suffering through the the Nico
Well,
syndrome.
Yeah,
I mean, you also remember that's also waifu tax, though. Also,
Oh, I
on top
know.
of everything
I'm not-
else.
Dude, that's not
Got a
just
little
waifu.
tangent.
That's not waifu tax. That's step on me, mommy tax. All right.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting
fair.
off, I'm getting off tangent there, but like I just feel like they can maybe like put certain merch back into circulation, because like I get exclusivity, people feeling good about going to certain events, but as someone coming in from the game and like looking at certain things and seeing how much they cost, is like, well, I'm never going to be able to afford this without like putting down a lot of money for like either a mat or a deck box or something. Like I feel like they could be better at like reprinting certain merch, or at least like maybe getting their merch store back up again, because like some stuff being a cent only really does hurt, especially if it's overseas. I'm sure overseas players feel the same way for certain things. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know about I seeing the Nico prices and seeing their Ultra Edition. Yeah, I know, I get it. It just it stings to see. Boy, does it sting.
So I will say this for everyone that's in chat and whatnot: if you're looking for a simulator, I'm going to say this: look out for us to post any kind of announcements or updates in regards to one that could possibly come at a later date. Um, it is in the works. We're not at liberty to give a ton of information out, but there is one in the works in regards to it. Now, when it will be completed, we're uncertain, but there is a simulator that could possibly be in the works, at least in talks right now, at least.
Shh, Dalton, you're gonna get us in trouble. Stop it.
Well, I mean, there is something that people need to go and realize, and that's, there is a lot of people out there that do want certain things, and it's not just someone that we know that's working on it and whatnot. It's also, I know other people outside of this that are working on it as well. It's not just one individual, and that's why I'm saying I'm not at liberty to spoil it, because I know 4 different people that are working on simulators right now for this game, and they're going to make it open software for the most part.
I was just teasing, but okay.
I mean, I'm talking about from people that I know from contacts and everything. Just because once it does become a thing, I plan to tinker with it. I plan to go and say something about it in a podcast where we have it. But regardless, I mean, I do feel they should open like an online merch store. But we know how that goes, because I mean, you also got to think about import taxes, tariffs, etc. And it's a little, it sucks, because if the company was a lot bigger, they 100% would be able to do that. But like, I don't know. The company has to grow decently amount first before they can go and decide if they're going to do an online merch store ever again. But
yeah, they
I
do
mean,
have the
that's
sandbox sim. But I really hope they can get an automated one, because like I hate this tabletop simulator crap. Like I hate having to know like 20 different commands to make my card spin or draw a card from the top of the deck. Like I like my stuff. I like my stuff to know what it's doing. Like, all right, I'm gonna click
like
this.
Your Master Duel Simulator.
Well, I kind of
You
need
like
it.
your Master
I
Duel.
kind of need it to be that way. I have a reason. So I am disabled.
fair.
I am legally blind. So like having to like go up close to the screen and figure out like what all this shit's doing. Like I'd rather just be able to click it, look at the picture, and be like, okay, I know what this card does, because I've literally memorized like what all these freaking cards do.
I will say I definitely believe that there needs to be more testing in regards to any current or future product that they're planning to do. I know Weeds of the Shore does do a lot of in-depth testing for product that they're planning to release.
Oh no, I do agree
I
though.
do think
Yeah, with the card
I do
design
think they
thing.
need to go. Yeah, I do think they need to look into it a little bit more and find those niche interactions that could possibly occur that would cause either a toxic game state or cause like bad play basically for all the player base basically. Yes, I 100% agree. More top players should be brought in for testing to go and make sure that we're getting all the in-depth testing that needs to be done in regards to like for testing of sets and so on.
Oh yeah,
I definitely feel like
absolutely.
that needs to happen.
Yeah, you have two worlds. You have two world champions for this game right now. Like, you know, bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
All the work that that True Champ Gaming does and everything. You know, they're officially like sponsored by Grand Archive and everything. You know, bring them in, have them do some testing and everything, because like there are definitely a lot of things that can be improved upon. But it's like it was stated earlier though. No game is perfect, and this game is no exception to that. But it's up to us as the community to have these discussions, talk about these hard topics, and in hopes that it will get the attention of a dev. And then maybe that dev will bring this up in a board meeting or whatever, however that works at the higher end of things. But and that's what we're out here to do, is to talk about these things and discuss them. We're not out here to bash things. That's not what we're here for. If we bash anything, it would be Yu-Gi-Oh. But
I mean, so let me put this in. Well, let me put this in perspective. So the current value of my Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh collection together is right around $32,000. Okay, I haven't sold it yet. But every day I look at RDO, I am tempted to sell it for even 50%, just so that way I can go and buy 15 cases of RDO, and that's how excited I am.
I mean,
that puts me into reference of where I am in regards to my other card games.
That's a Commander boy right there.
I mean, yeah, like you're excited for the Commander format. Like I know, like you. We literally hear about it all the time. Like my phone will go off like at random points of the day. Dalton just random tidbit of like Pantheon knowledge. Like, did you know this card's really good in Pantheon? Like, I'm gonna order this or I'm gonna get this card. It's like, that's nice, Dalton.
I love Magic's Commander. I love Epic Stories. I love the Brawl format for Magic the Gathering. I love like a ton of different singleton formats for a lot of different games I've played in. I enjoyed almost every single last one of them because it wasn't too fast paced where it was cancerous. Like I've even attended CEDH events, which is competitive commander events, and I've done decently well at them, and I had a great time. And I wouldn't change anything for anything at all in regards to going back and playing those. But being a commander player and a CEDH player, moving forward, and now we have a commander format here now in Pantheon. I'm like, okay, I'm super excited. I want all my Pantheon goodies.
I only played Commander for a little bit, but I definitely enjoyed it. Immensely. Like, so I'm excited for it too. Like RDO, I have high hopes for. Like, as a Tony boy, like, give me that Neo support. Please let it be decent.
Corey's been going hard at that. At Tony stuff for
yeah, I'm between foiling out like a little bit of Nico, which I'm probably gonna have to hard stop at Nico at some point because god damn those I sure
Dude,
picked the
she's literally the Lady Demetresk of Grand Archive.
Yeah, I know, but like Tony though, I'm getting there. If anyone has any level 1 or 2 Tonys or knows anyone, send them my way. I'm
CSR ones he's talking, not just regular ones.
Oh yes, I thought I said CSR. Yeah, CSR ones. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for them. But yeah, and I think really the only one left is Atmos. Like I think I just need a playset of Atmos, and I'm pretty dandy. I think outside of
You
the
are getting
lineage.
hectares.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got 2 hectares.
That's how I got
Damn.
my That's how I got my
Your
TCG
break apart
color.
promo.
Yeah.
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 What you know? What's funny? The regular break apart promo is only like $40.
Dude, I got semi graded. I go to the I gotta either go to GameStop and get mine graded or send
I
it
think
off
the
with
foil's
grade.
only 100.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
right
still-
now
it's
it is,
part
but
of their
like
history.
if it's foil and it's graded, like I can see the regular ones kind of having like an obscure price to them, but like
Mhm.
the foil ones, like eventually that'll be something. Especially if you have it
that's why I
slabbed.
want send mine to get graded.
Yeah. Yeah, if you slab it, it's something.
They just announced they literally just pinged us in Merlin's a new Archangel. I don't think they have her ability, but Archangel of Libra, Razel. It looks like she's arcane and Terra.
Wait, who pinged? Someone pinged us specifically?
No, in Merlin's.
Oh.
They pinged in Merlin's.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it looks like arcane and something else.
I was about to say we don't have that kind of connection.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they just have her card art. She looks cool, but
Ooh, that is nice.
I can't look at it because I have all the stream shit.
oh yeah, no, like I was thinking of the other one. Yeah, Astra. Yeah, Arcane and Astra. I was like, what color looks like that? Oh yeah, Astra.
Yeah. So apparently, when I was watching the Lineage Break podcast, they were talking about the wings. The color of the wings should determine the elements of the angel.
Well, this one's blue and white for the wings, so
yeah. So that tracks.
So I think all we're missing
isn't Astra more like purple?
No, because Umbra's purple. So technically, since blue and purple are taken, I can see them using white as a an off-stander.
Well, I mean, I could also see. Hold on, let me look at the other angel because I wonder if it also applies to the eyes too. Because the eyes are a different color as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I was saying, lore-wise, there's 4 angels, 2 elements each.
So we're missing Neos, Terra, Exia, and what else?
So Hanael is purple and blue.
Crux.
Oh, Crux, yeah. So it's probably gonna be maybe Exia and or Terra and Crux, maybe.
I can honestly see. Oof. I don't know which two would go.
Arcane and Neos.
It could be Neos.
I'm thinking Arcane and Neos.
That is a possibility because there's. But I would think that if it was gold, it wouldn't just be replaced with white.
I mean, but it would make sense because Hamael is Luxum, and that one was a yellowish wing.
Yeah, but you know what? Crux is close to white.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I don't know.
So that could be Arcane Crux.
Yeah, the guy might be Exia and Neos. That's actually a really good theory. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm locking in Arcane Neos.
Someone said in chat about there being like an X.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
Yeah, Corey was just talking about it.
Gotcha.
Oh man. So obviously we have Virginia this weekend. Is everyone ironed out on what's going on?
Yeah,
and what they're taking and whatnot.
I know we ironed out your deck last night. Dalton learned the greatness of Mana Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what Corbin was saying, there's a lot of Tristan players down there.
Oh boy.
I don't want to deal with Tristan anymore. I'm so tired.
So,
Oh.
but
I
I
mean,
did get the rest of my stuff in yesterday. So
that's good.
yeah.
Well, as far as I go, you guys know my stance on this. Like, the way that I've been this format, I am just going to play, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my best, but like I'm still. I'll I might hit you up tomorrow, Travis, to play a few games just to iron some stuff out. But
Yeah,
um,
utilize
I
me,
think
man.
I think for the most part, I think I'm pretty okay. I'm going in there with an open mind. Like I'm just trying to like get my money's worth at least. Like I'm not the best player, but I just enjoy playing at these events, trying to get over. Honestly, like my worst enemy is nerves. Nerves break me down like really really bad. But like once I get into it, I kind of start getting better. So
I'm
Look, I will say this. My last event, my objective was to Cyclonic Strike send you away, and I did do that. So this event, I want to win at least 3 games. That's my objective.
yeah, I want to at least win like 2 or 3. Like last time I went, one like I tied and lost the rest of them. Boy howdy, that was a welcome back to Grand Archive moment for Corey. Taking a Wind Ally Tony deck and just going all the way. I would have had one game if I hadn't realized how time works in Grand Archive. How I thought it was like in Yu-Gi-Oh, where like you play out your 5 turns. I didn't realize there was a 5-minute timer. So
Yeah.
so I thought we had the 5 turns to play it out, and right as I was about to swing for a game, I like time was called and we drew. So I was like, oh.
That sucks.
Yeah, and he's like, if you would have just swung, you would have had it. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't quite realize how time worked. And he's like, oh. And I was
that
like,
also
yeah.
just comes down to the player too, letting you like if you admit that and you know you've lost, like just let them have it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing if
we
the
were
player
in the
was
bottom tables. I think he was just like me. He was trying to get something.
yeah, but that yeah, that aside,
That
it's
was
one thing
I think,
like
round
I treat
6,
my
I think.
opponent the way that they treat me. Like if I sit down and someone's like not a nice person or whatever, then I'm not going to be very nice in response to you. So like it's, you know, I give back what I receive. So
I also really misunderstood how Power Cell works that
it's
game. So
it's the same thing with like if you get one of those people that wants to like cut your deck into a million tiny pieces, or I hate it on online events because they'll be like, yeah, I want you to do this and this, and then I want you to put this on top of this and take the top 5 cards and put them on the bottom, get up, twirl around, do a backflip, and then sit down. Like, if you're gonna make me do all this stuff, then I'm gonna make you suffer through the same pain that you just put me through. So, but that aside, as far as Virginia goes, I am most likely taking Alice down. So,
you taking Malice or just regular Fire Alice?
I haven't decided it yet if I can't put Malice together because you have my Fractal of Rains.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what else from that list I might have lent to you for Nico, but
I have Fractal Range though.
I don't know why I lent you mine then.
Because I literally had my cards and you're like, no, just so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you would have had to unsleeve everything. That's why, because you already had it sleeved up. So I just told you to hold on to the.
Well, no, even before that, because you didn't want to go through all the hassle trying to figure out whose was what.
That's true. Well, it's because most of the deck was stuff you had to borrow from me at first. So, it's whatever. I'm probably gonna take this fire list that I have, for this one. I might save Malice for Banish Zone.
That's fair.
Because I really do want to see where this fire list goes. It's been interesting to play so far. And I kind of just want to see like how it pans out. It's like
I'm gonna be honest. Next week, I'm bringing a brain dead deck because I know I'm not going to sleep well because of RE9. So.
Oh yeah, that. Yo, facts, dude. Like I'm probably skipping locals 2 weeks in a row. Like no joke. Because this weekend, after coming all the way back from Virginia, and depending on how things go there, I am most likely not going to want to wake up the next day and go out and play, 3 to 4 rounds against, like, some of the same players.
It's 7 rounds, one person in chat says. Quakum says.
Virginia, yeah, that makes sense for 60 players. Actually, I think
Well,
what was it?
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're gonna play that much in Virginia, then I'm not gonna want to go the next day and play 4 more rounds against some of the same people.
Yeah, no. I mean, so basically, once you hit X4, you're out of the top 16 guaranteed. I think even X3 you might be out.
X3 would really depend. It would really depend on tiebreakers.
Yeah.
So if you look around the room and all of your tiebreakers are sitting at low tables, like, just get up and go.
Yeah.
But either way, as far as that goes, but no, like the following weekend we have Banish Zone, and Resident Evil 9 comes out the day before, so like Thursday night into Friday, so like midnight, I'm already gonna be up like all night playing that, and then all throughout Friday probably. And then I'm gonna have to somehow make myself sleep so that I can get up and play at Banish Zone on Saturday.
I do like Banish Zone though. I do enjoy going there. That was really nice,
I love going to Banish Zone. Like they always have some like awesome stuff. Like I love the staff there. They always order pizza and stuff, so like you're fed for at least lunch. And David does a good job of hosting and running the event. So, shout out to everything that they do over at Banish Zone. So, but no, like on the real though, I'm gonna come back from there. I'm probably gonna have to force myself to sleep again so that I'm not like dying the next day, and then I'm just right back on RE9 if I haven't already blown through it by the time Banish Zone happened. Because I will be up all night from Thursday night into Friday at midnight playing Resident Evil 9.
Oh, Quakums will be at Banish Zone too.
Oh, cool. What are you
I'm
what are you
going
playing?
probably right around like 4 a.m.
What's up?
I said I'll probably crash right around 4 a.m.
Dude,
Or,
I'm probably going to
from the
pick
day
up
prior.
like I'm probably going to pick up like an additional energy drink, and I'm just going to like power through it.
We also got to remember I got work that whole day prior. So
Oh
that
no,
whole
no,
Friday, I gotta work
I am
both
well
jobs,
aware.
so-
I'm speaking strictly for myself here.
Yeah.
I don't think it releases. Well, even if I was gonna play it that much, I don't think it releases on PC until later, until like the official worldwide release. So, but
I think the official release is next. Is the 20.
so
I gotta pull up my calendar.
it's midnight
If
on
it's the 27th, it's that Friday before the event, which is the whole thing that we're talking about, where
Yeah,
we're going to
so-
be up all night playing it.
Literally at 12 o'clock midnight, starting that Friday, as early as Friday starts, basically, is when it goes live. And
Yeah.
I will be sitting here at my desk anxiously awaiting to play.
Yep.
Because it looks so damn good and I can't wait. And I guess it'll really depend on how long I can keep pushing myself with it, because that'll depend if I actually finish the game or not before Saturday.
We love Ranger Slop.
Ranger Slop.
Oh, we caught Boston with Astro Diana. Oh, that's cool.
That is actually pretty cool.
Dude, our Resident Evil 9 is huge. Like this is the first time in years they're going back to Raccoon City. They're going back to like to the whole incident that happened with Umbrella and everything. Like, instead of like going off on these like side trails and other things, Chris punching fucking boulders and shit. Like, I don't fucking care about that.
I mean, RE5 was fire. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Dude, we have very
Okay,
different
sure.
opinions on RE5. So, but that aside, I'm hyped for that. I know Dalton's hyped for that. Corey's probably hyped for that too. Just on a
Oh,
a
yeah,
lesser
I like
scale.
RE. Oh no, I like Resident Evil. I'm just not gonna play it at midnight.
Well, I know that's what I was saying, on a lesser scale. Like, you're not like foaming at the mouth like me and Dalton are. Like, Dalton was literally here yesterday play testing for Gaming Giant and everything, and we spent like the first like half hour just talking about Resident Evil shit.
Yep. Yeah. I love it.
but yeah, I forget where we were before we went off on this tangent with, but
You're talking about Gaming Giant and
Well,
and
yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
excited for
yeah.
Gaming Giant and so on.
but no,
and
like
Clayton said about
we're
Go ahead.
like a month out from, a little over a month out from RDO dropping, which is exciting because that means this upcoming month is like full on spoiler season. And here's to hoping and praying and crossing our fingers that we get a spoiler this time around. It also means that I'm gonna have to submit an application to the Creators Guild again, and we'll see how that one goes. We've had a lot of growth since last season when I submitted, and I couldn't be more thankful to everybody. We're also on episode 16 of the podcast. Can you believe it?
yeah.
Yeah, this is episode 16.
Oh man, been a hell of a long way, that's for sure.
Yeah, like I remember when we were just crossing like 10, and I was just like, wow, we're already on 10, and now we're approaching 20. We're when we all first, like, at first it was just me doing this, and then like you guys started playing again and got involved and everything. And since then, I think when I submitted the application last time, I think we were at like between high 20s, low 30 subscriber count. So literally between then and today we're at 114, which is like amazing. And then I look at our analytics, and it's like, there's like high spikes all over the place, and like lots of cool numbers, and it's exciting. It really is. It's awesome. And I have to thank everybody who has supported us and showed up to like the streams, and like us doing the live podcasts now, because before we were just doing them and I'd edit them and put them up, but it's just so much easier and way more engaging with our community when we do them this way. So I'm so thankful and so hyped for all this. And I'll have to set like a goal point or something for us to do, like, I don't know, giveaways or something to give back to you guys, because we're kind of in that boat now where, like, once we like when we reach a next milestone or something, like, we kind of got to do something. So
I mean, I have a. I mean, we'll talk about this all after the stream. When I have some ideas that we can go and talk about, especially since, I mean, we have a backyard mat printer basically. A person that could print any mat we want for a giveaway. So
yeah, we've mentioned this before. Like, we're looking at, like, merch ideas for, like, card sleeves and play mats that would most likely feature our mascot Mira, who, if you guys are watching the actual screen, you can kind of see her jumping around every now and then on the podcast screen. But right now all I have is, like, chibi art for her and a kind of half. It's like it needs to be drawn by an actual artist, like the actual, like, full artwork for Mira and everything. And we're currently in the market for a decent artist that can capture our mascot and, you know, maybe make, like, a really nice mat design and sleeves or something with that, and then we'd probably print that stuff out or set it up so that you guys can order play mats or whatnot based off of it. But we've got a lot of things in the works because we're trying to do that. We're, like I said earlier in the podcast, Dalton and we're looking at overhead, like, camera bars and stuff like that for Pantheon. So there's a lot in the works here. A lot busier than I thought we would be at 114 subscribers. Things kind of blew up really fast because when Original Sly Fox reached out and asked us if, like, we were interested in sponsorship with TCG Architect, things kind of just, like, blew up from there. I didn't expect it to go so fast, and it's been really fun and really cool working with them, and like seeing all the behind the scenes stuff with the site, and hearing about all these cool ideas that they have going on, and, you know, they love to hear about the ideas that we have going on, and it's just it's been fun. Really enjoyed it. So, but I think, looking at the time right now, wow, it's like 40 right now. So we definitely went way over the hour that we normally did. But, you know, I don't mind with these live podcasts. I don't mind going longer as long as, like, Corey and Dalton are able to continue going with things. But I think we do have to wrap it up here. Because I know Dalton does have to get back to work at some point.
I mean, I've already completed most of my stuff. The only thing is that 9:40 I gotta do my swap over for shift.
Oh, we wouldn't be going that
That's
late.
about it.
Like, I don't think we would go past 9. Like, 7 to 9 would be probably the maximum. You know, 2-hour long podcast is one thing. But yeah. I don't think there's anything else to really go on. I think we've kind of touched on everything that we're looking to do here. We have already paid recognition and thanks to our community, our wonderful community, and we look forward to doing more of these. So this is episode 16. Like I said, 4 more will be at 20. So that's pretty cool. Especially for 3 guys yapping about nonsense.
Final turn hits.
What's that?
Wait, right? By the time final turn hits, we'll be hitting our 20th episode, roughly.
Yeah, unless something happens where, like, 1 week we don't get to do anything or whatnot, but I don't see that happening. But you never know. Somebody could get sick.
That is fair.
I mean,
that's a good point.
Realistically, if I get sick, there's nothing going on.
Mhm.
So because I have all the equipment, but
Yeah.
yeah. So we got like just closing remarks here. We have Gaming Giant in Virginia this weekend. See how that goes, and we'll have things to talk about when we get back from that. Then we have Banish Zone following week, and after that we've got a couple weeks, I think, until Final Turn out in
March
Jersey.
15th.
Yeah, so a few weeks. Like I think it's like what, 2 weeks after that, and then
about right.
dude, I cannot wait for Final Turn. Non-stop chicken, baby. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that is the whole reason why I'm
Oh.
like, I even told my wife, no matter what, I don't care if I'm doing horrible this season, I'm going down there. And she's like, why? I'm like, the chicken. She's like, yeah, that chicken was bomb. She's like, you better bring me some.
Oh, I cannot wait for non-stop chicken. So good. Like the main reason to go.
Yeah. I mean, even Quake comes in the chat says the chicken place is the whole reason to go to Final Turn.
Oh,
And you're not wrong.
abso-fucking-lutely,
It is.
man. Oh god. I can't wait. I can't wait. But honestly, I'm really hoping to be able.
break my
I
diet
gotta
that day.
get in touch with I'm hoping to judge Final Turn again. So we'll see how that goes, because like I knew I was gonna have to play in Banish Zone. I was hoping to judge in Virginia. That didn't happen, so I'm playing in Virginia. Jersey, I'm hoping to at least judge, and if not, then I guess I'm stuck playing. But
Hey, last time it was just Al, right? Just Al judging games.
yeah,
it was just Al down
well, it
there,
was
yeah.
Al and one other person. So I'll have to get in touch with him and see if he needs somebody for Jersey. I might have to reach out to him tonight. See.
That's
But-
what I would do. I would reach out
Even
sooner rather than
Quake
later.
hit up Al.
Yep. But I think that will do it for us, guys. We're kind of just bantering at this point. So thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us. You guys are great. We love being able to interact and chat with you guys now, instead of you guys just listening to a podcast that we literally can't interact with you outside of the comments, basically. So you guys are great, and we will see you guys on the next one, when we'll be talking about hopefully a good bit of news from the Creators Summit, or the for
I mean,
Pantheon, whatever it is. The
Next episode, we'll see everyone, but we'll see Quake comes at Banish Zone.
oh yeah, we will see Quakeums that banish them. So yeah, we'll see you there. You'll have to like try to find us.
Yeah.
Come up and say hi.
I want to see Corey look for a guy in a purple and black flannel hoodie. It's probably me.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us, and we will see you guys next time. So, until then, guys, have a good one.